What's up, DJ fan? Welcome to another video on our channel. Welcome to another episode of Start to Spin. My name is Diego, also known as DJ Pretty Boy, alongside my boy Shay, also known as DJ Shay. And together we open this spot to talk about DJ related content such as product reviews, tips and tricks, just tell our stories and share it with you guys so we can share some knowledge. So if you're a new DJ or a seasoned DJ, this is the spot to be. And with that being said, let's roll this intro.
Yo, what's up?
Hey fam, what's up? How you doing today? Welcome to another episode, Start to Spin. You already know how we do it. Today we're going to talk about the different roles a DJ has on an event, because it's not just playing music. It's way more than that. And I feel like most of the time, clients don't see that. They don't take in consideration all the work that we put into the event, that it gets taken for granted, and hence why a lot of people think that when we tell you a price, they think it's way too much, it's way over whatever they thought they set aside. And this is something that we have been saying since we started this podcast. We are always the last thought on a wedding. It's really difficult to find a couple that actually gets the DJ before everything else. They get everything else, and whatever money they have left over, it's for the DJ, and it's troublesome. I don't understand when in my head, and I guess the way I think, and feel free in the chat, anyone that's in the chat, or you Shay, to tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like without music, there's really nothing. If there's no music, what pictures is the person gonna, the photographer is gonna take aside from ceremony? I'm talking about party wise, nothing. You just take a picture of a cake and that's it, and people sitting down. So I feel like music is one of the most important parts, and is the one that is left out for the end. And aside of just playing music, we have to handle couple different other scenarios and all other roles that people don't really think about. So we're gonna talk about all this in this episode. And again, feel free to comment in the comment section if you guys feel the same way, or if you guys have any other thoughts and opinions about this. What's up, Smiley?
Smiley, what's up, man? Smiley in the house.
To the show.
Yeah, totally agree, man. That's there's so many different roles we do. People don't understand. And to your point, I always tell clients music and food. If you have good food and you have good music, it's gonna be a good party. All the rest of the stuff, especially spending on the decor, spending on video, photography, that's all just extra icing on the cake. For the party itself, you have good music, good food, people are gonna have a good time, and they're gonna remember it's an amazing party. And Chin Chun says, "Yo, what's up, Chin? Chin's in the house. Yo, Chin, we got a PowerPoint today. Woohoo!"
Yeah, very, very, very easy. Just to give us the topics that we can go about talking.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead, and because I should have connected my other screen to this so I can use both. But anyways, all right. So the first thing, obviously, as I was saying, the introduction is, being a DJ it's not just about playing the music. It's way more than that. And at any given event, a DJ can wear multiple hats, often at the same time. And I made a list of a breakdown of many roles that we can take on. So the first one, which are the obvious, is music selection, or curators, because we curate the music and all of that. We have to MC and or host. And personally, I don't do that a lot. Have someone else that does it for me, but he does the MC part. But I still make sure that everything has to go in order and just with him. So I still put my input into the MC and the hosting. I just don't get on the mic, but I do. But I know that you do, Shay. You do get into you do MC.
Yes, sir.
Another one that's obvious is sound technician. We have to set up the equipment and troubleshoot audio issues. and also lighting operator. We have to make sure that our lights are running, and it's projecting to the dance floor and it's giving the effects that we wanted to give, and all of that. So we'll talk about the obvious, and then we'll talk about behind the scenes, and also an alternative uh, things that we might end up being or doing while we're part of DJing or in an event. So
And let me say a couple of things about this. So yeah, obviously the music selector curator. I mean that's the reason we go into this. That's what we set out to do. Like we love music, we love the dance floor, we love the party, and then we find out we got to do all this other stuff, and then we start to like the other stuff, right? Like so, sound technician. I mean, I think all of us like gear. We like buying gear, we like talking about it, and that kind of developed after the DJing. Yeah, buddy, what's up? Buddy's in the house today. And Smiley also says we are coordinators that time, definitely. And I bet that's probably in one of the next slides coming up.
Yeah.
What I'll say about sound technician though, so interestingly, I was thinking about like, like a lot of my time, a lot of my effort goes into setting up equipment. So I looked into hiring somebody else, like another guy who just does production, hiring them to come do the setup and breakdown for me.
Mm-hmm.
And for just the sound, 2 tops and 2 subs to set up and break down. I bring my own controller and mics, not only speakers, set up, breakdown. He was charging me $800. I wonder what you guys think about that. I thought I when I got that, I was like, this is a lot of money. But if you think about it, like if those are the rates, I'm in Los Angeles, California, and this guy wasn't like, he was like a guy off Facebook Marketplace, right? So this is not like a big professional company. It's kind of like a under the table kind of a guy doing it. So it's not like professional, oh, this guy's a big production guy. So yeah. I was surprised. I was like, man, $800 for me to rent the speakers and set up and breakdown. I'm like, I'd rather just do it myself and keep the $800, But when you're thinking about your pricing, like people that are just setting up speakers, we bring lights, we control the lights, we bring controller, right? We're bringing our skills. So if this guy's charging just for the setup and breakdown for $800, I mean, that in and of itself, clients don't understand how much that is. That if we bring our own equipment, we set it up, break it down. If they try to just get someone to set up speakers, maybe this is a little expensive because I'm in California, but this is how much they're charging. Maybe somewhere else they'll charge $500-$600. But
still a lot. It's still
a lot, and that's what clients don't understand is that when they're getting us, we're also you're getting the sound technician, you're getting the equipment. If they paid for it themselves, see how much it would cost them.
Yeah, so it's crazy amount of money that we save by doing it ourselves. And you know what? Sometimes I feel like it's good that we do ourselves because we know our sound, we know what we like.
Exactly, it's more fun. Like it's less fun for me. I like when it's my setup. I'm like, oh, I created this. I've got these speakers. It's fun. You lose that fun too when you have someone else do it. Plus, you lose money. But here, Smiley says, we work with a guy that does sound for bands. Whenever we have 300 plus people, we get him with his speakers. How much? I think that's probably the one where the extension cord and like, remember that the setup?
Yeah,
wasn't that guy? How much? If you don't mind sharing, Smiley, how much does he charge to do his setup? Because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, if it's a big crowd, like right, if like subs and stuff, I'm like, maybe I should pay someone else. But I'm like, $800 was like a lot for me. I'm like, oh, I'd rather just keep $800. I mean, with $800, I could buy brand new speakers, or like I could buy 2 of those both lighting spider washes that I have my eyes on now. So you could buy like a bunch of stuff rather than just use your own stuff.
Yeah,
yeah, that one. Yeah, it was that guy.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy how it gets expensive like that.
You gotta put that in your price, number one, and then clients, they need to understand that they're paying for that too. They just think of it, oh, a DJ, it should be $300-$400, but hey, you're bringing the sound as well as doing the DJing, man. That's a lot. Chinchillin says, I was trying to buy me a camera so I can take photos or video of my DJ setup or video myself while I DJ because when I record on my iPhone, it's not sounding good. Yeah, that's a good point, man. I mean, now it's like, I think, Diego, you have some fancy like DSLR thing, right?
I have a Canon M50, but it was a I thought it was gonna be like, oh my god, like cool, but I mean, it's a good camera. It's just like I feel like I just went overboard. I didn't need that
You don't
camera.
need it. You don't need something. So basically, you don't need something like too crazy.
Yeah,
I would say with the iPhone, it's better to have iPhone footage rather than having like nothing.
yeah.
I went and I bought the Insta 360, the new one, the X5, and I like it because I can afterwards edit, like switching from me to the crowd. So I like that. Quality wise, I think quality, the iPhone quality is going to be better, but it's just more of that effect you can do. You can show both. Because while
But
I'm
it looks nice
DJing,
though. It looks nice. Like
it
the
looks nice.
footage
It
that
looks
you
nice,
put,
but
it looks nice.
it's not like DSLR, you know?
Yeah, yeah, no, it's not DSLR. But hey, I have a DSLR, and that thing sometimes comes out blurry and stuff.
Yeah.
But because the thing is that with this camera is very manual,
Mm.
so it can get out of focus real quick. So I have to be like DJing and like going to the camera and make sure that it's still in focus because it's a lot of people moving around and things like that. So it can get out of focus real quick. And
Yeah.
so what I wanted was a camera or something like it's like point, shoot, and set and leave it to record. But I guess a camcorder would have been like more applicable. But at that time when I bought it, the Canon M50, it was like trending. It was either that one or the VZ1, the Sony VZ or Z1, whatever. But
I don't know
there's
anything
this
about
other,
that.
there's this
Yeah.
other camera, but I thought that this camera looked much cooler, so I was like, I'll just get that one. But
Yeah, so
now,
maybe
I,
don't buy the Canon M50 if you're looking for a
if
camera.
you if you're a photographer, like if you're looking for photography, do it. It's really good. But if you like trying to do it for like recording content and stuff, do something else. You don't need the
It's
Canon
overkill.
M50. So
And then Smiley says he knows us for years, so he hooks us up for 450. Bands he charges 1K and up. Yeah, so yeah, even 450, it's still a significant amount of money. But then yeah, it's like if he's bringing those big speakers and you got 300 plus guests, then it's like, all right, that sounds like a better deal. And then he says use the camera for photo booth. Yeah, so if you want to build a photo booth and put your Canon M50 in it, Smiley's thinking that way.
yeah, I mean, I could use my camera for the 360. I would just have to test it. I never really, tried it. I use my other iPhone for that because I guess the quality. I just like the quality of the iPhones, like the camera, the front camera.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Uh,
I mean, iPhone. That's why iPhone is pretty good.
yeah,
Just in
it
general.
does the job. So I try to keep it as simple as possible. So and it does the job, like I said. So I'm pretty content with that. Uh,
He says, bro, each one of his speakers is 3K on tops. He put 4 tops. Yeah, no, his speakers were humongous. Remember those ginormous speakers?
yeah,
I can imagine, dude. Oh yeah, I didn't see that. I went to Best Buy, but they're kind of expensive, but not that expensive. Some of them cost 2,000 or 1,000. Wow, for HD 4K cameras that are good sound quality. Ooh, that's a lot of money.
see, for me, this like Chin, I feel like you don't go for a camera. Like, there's no reason to shoot 4K when you upload it to YouTube. It's not gonna be 4K. So don't go with like a 4K because you're really not gonna need it. Um, and sound quality, the Canon M50 has it's a good sound, but I use a microphone. What's it called? A Shure microphone, whatever that's connected to the camera for a way better
That's a good
quality.
point.
Yeah, so don't buy a camera. Don't spend like $2,000 or something like that for a camera that the sound quality might be good, but it's not gonna be as good as you want it to be or you would expect to be from a camera that costs that much.
Yeah, you can always buy that external mic
Yeah, just
on
buy
every
an
camera.
external.
Stick it on top. You don't have to spend that much for the sound quality. So then it just any microphone. And I bet it costs like $50 or something, right? For a decent mixophone, external microphone. So that's probably be the better way to do it.
Yeah, something like that.
Smiley has a good point. He said 2K. My LED 12x12 dance floor was 3K.
See,
Yeah, that's a good point, man. All right, let's see what else we got.
so we have.
Next.
So this is the obvious roles that we do, the obvious ones. Now, behind the scenes, we are psychologists because we have to control the crowd. So knowing when to hype the crowd and when to cool it down, control the wave of the whole event. We, like Smiley said, coordinators. We're coordinate with the photographers, with the planners, vendors. We pretty much an event flow manager at that given point. We're also timekeeper because we have to make sure that everything goes on key moments. Everything happens on schedule. If they don't have a coordinator, and we are problem solvers, like handling last minute emergencies quickly and calmly. I think everyone here has gone through this. That you run into issues, or there's issues that are not DJ related. However, you're there that you can help out with that. And I've given a couple of scenarios on previous shows, and we'll talk about this more in detail in a few seconds. So, do you agree on behind the scene roles?
Yeah, man. I mean, this is all just day of stuff, but totally like crowd psychologist. I mean, sometimes even going a step beyond that, like you're like becoming like almost like a chaperone, because sometimes people are coming up to you, some drunk guy. You have to manage this drunk like uncle or drunk groomsman who keeps requesting some BS song, and you got to figure out like how not to piss them off while telling them no, and or like keeping them happy, or like kind of tricking them. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm gonna play. Oh yeah, yeah, and then they're like hoping So you're thinking about that on top of managing the whole crowd. Then you got these specific people you gotta worry about. And then yeah, definitely, man. It's like even if they have a coordinator, it's like you are still the one that's executing everything that's happening. So it's like if even if the coordinator tells you, okay, they're ready for cake cutting, but then you have to make sure photographers here, the bride and groom here, the parents here, whatever. They can tell you whatever they want, but at the end of the day, it's still up to you. You're the one that executes that, and so it's still you have to be on point, and no matter how good the coordinator is or anything, it's like like I had that story. It was like a few months ago about how the coordinator kept telling me like, oh yeah, they're ready for this, they're ready for that, and like nobody's in the room. The bride and groom are outside, whatever. So it's like you still take on that role, and then that kind of goes with the timekeeper and problem solver as well. So it's like there's so much that you do at the event, and it's people don't understand, and that's why it's not even like something where even if you explain it to them, they're still not going to get it. It's like it just comes with the territory. And Chinchilla, so that's us. It is kind of annoying though. Yeah, it's part of the thing that's annoying. And honestly, it's what a lot of people don't go into wedding DJing for. Like a lot of people that love DJing, I talk to people, they're like, yeah, that's why I could never be a wedding DJ. It's like they just want to DJ. If you just go to a club, you're in a club, you're in the booth, no one's allowed to like come up there, you're just kind of doing your thing. That's why a lot of people don't, that's why wedding DJing is hard, because of all this, because of all the formalities, all the leading up to the event as well. You got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, a lot of planning. So yeah, that's the annoying part about it that keeps people from doing it.
Yeah, I had the same issue when it comes to like coordinating with the planners, event planners. So they have the schedule in mind, right? And they have their own way of working, and they like to come up to you and be like, okay, we're ready for the cake.
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell is the camerographer? Where is the videographer? Where is the camera? They're eating in the back, so they're not ready. No, I'm not gonna announce the cake if no one is ready. It doesn't make sense to be like, okay, right now we're gonna go and we're gonna do the cake. So everybody, please go to direct your attention to the cake as they do the cake cutting. Where is who's gonna take the picture? Because they're eating in the back. So what do you?
And they're gonna be mad at you. Then they're gonna be mad at this DJ doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, and then you have to retract yourself and say, okay, just give us a few more minutes, and it just kills the moment, right? So it has happened where you decide, when you have to decide and tell the planner, hey, even though it says here 8:30, we're not ready. Let's do it. Let's prolong it. Or let's say sometimes they have the bouquet toss 9, but your the event is going really well, like you have people like dancing and like enjoying, to just kill it just to do that, I feel like I will. I have told them before. Look, can we do it maybe like around 10? And I'm like, the reason why is because look, right now, everyone is in the dance floor. They're dancing, they're sweating, they're doing all, and we want to keep that right now to keep the energy. Once we see that they're getting really tired, then we can like cut it so they can take a break, and at the same time, do the bouquet toss, and so the break needs to make sense. You can't just have people like dancing, having fun, and boom, cut it just because you want to put this. So that's things that I talk to the event planners. uh, Luckily they understand. Some of them are very like open-minded. There's some that no matter what you tell them, it has to be their way and their way only. So you
Yeah,
gotta be careful with those.
it really depends, and you kind of have to gauge too. Like, okay, is this event coordinator, like, is this person trustworthy, or am I gonna have to like double check them too? With everything. So it's kind of like you have to be evaluating your whole team. Like, okay, how's this photographer? How's this planner? What's like the venue person like you're always balancing all those people and like their personalities and how they work too.
Yeah, so the ones that you gotta be very, very careful with are the day off coordinators, because they don't know crap.
Yeah.
They're just there to allow everyone to come in, put the flowers wherever they she was told to put the flowers, and so on.
Yeah.
But they have no idea what they're doing.
They just have the paper, so they're just going by that, like, oh, it's 6 p.m. No, this. They're not like they don't know any of the stuff you talked about or any of that.
Yeah, and like instead of helping, they bring more stress to you,
Yeah.
because they're really not helping you in guiding the whole thing. But at the end of the night, when everything goes well and fine, he or she gets the praise, and the DJ just did their job. But
Yeah.
they did their job when we did it for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Exactly, dude. That's when I have. That's true. That's when I have those. I mean, I've had bad experiences with like non-day of people too, but yeah, definitely for day of people, it's hard. Like if I was an event planner, I don't know if I would offer day of coordinator services. Just like how we do things with DJing. Like talking to them from the beginning, knowing them. It's like if you had a day of DJ like plan, that you had for cheaper, but you don't talk to them beforehand. You just show up the day of.
well, almost every wedding coordinator has that option.
I know
The
they
day
do.
off
I know.
coordinator. So
It's interesting.
I don't know how it
What if
works.
we did that as DJs? Started doing that day of only, no consultation beforehand. On the day of, you have to send us your timeline and your music, or no, you can't even send us music. You just send us your timeline, and then we play whatever. We would not sign up for that, right? Because it'd be like too stressful for us.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. I can't do that.
I wouldn't do that either. That's what I'm saying.
Not,
Exactly.
like I'm not the type of person that has to like micromanage everything. I'm not that type of person, but I'm also the type of person that don't like to go blind in to do something. I hate going into an event blinded. I want to know something at least. I want to get to know the clients that I'm working with, so I can productively base the music that I'm gonna play based on what they like. It's not like, hey, even for birthday parties, man. I take my time. I know that, and I know this for sure. There's DJs around my area that you tell them, oh, it's a birthday party. They give you a prize, and then you don't hear from them until the day of the event. I actually want to talk to my clients. I don't care if it's a wedding, if it's a quince, if it's a birthday party, whatever. If it's a funeral, I don't care. I want to talk to you and see what your vibe is, what you're looking for, because again, I care about I care about like the DJing aspect of it. I care about you enjoying and making sure that what you pay for is worth it. So it's
Yeah,
very
totally,
important.
exactly. And Smiley says, "LOL, we've been lucky. The coordinators have been on point and have helped us out also." Oh, that's great. So Smiley has had only good experiences with coordinators.
Consider yourself blessed.
And we help them out, so we all look professional and referrals back and forth. That's great, man. Have you? I mean, you've had. Have you had like any good referrals from event planners yet, Diego?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, that's what I haven't. I've had one, but that was, I guess I moved away, but that was from when I lived in New York. But
Yeah. So far, I've worked with four planners, and I have a really good connection with one. Well, actually, I have a really good connection with two, and the other two are like we're good. We're good. But if I have to refer someone for wedding planning or anything like that, I definitely go for the first two. One is Unforgettable Moments by Kayla. That's one like the one my go-to, one of my main ones. I've worked with her before, so I know how she works. I know her team, and they're pretty good what they do. So I have no problems referring them. And there's this other one that I work with. Her business is well, her name is Mimi, but I don't really recall her company right now. But her name is Mimi, so I will refer her to. So there's options, and I feel like again, I said this before too. The sun shines for everyone. So if they ask me for a wedding coordinator, or whatever, I give them. I say, okay, well, Unforgettable Moments first, and then Mimi, you can contact her. If this one doesn't work for you, then you have this one, and then the other two. But yeah, and I've gotten gigs, or at least referrals from them coming my way too. So it's a
nice.
back and forth thing. It's a good thing. It's a good like network. And also
The
like
good thing is they'll probably give you good events too. Because if someone is hiring a planner, it's probably not for like house parties or there's a
oh yeah,
certain
no,
level,
it's weddings or quinces
yeah,
mainly.
certain
Yeah,
level of
and also like I actually remember John, the one that we had here for
yeah.
yeah Productions. Yeah, so I always refer him to all of my clients when they ask for like I'm like so like this is the way I do it. When it comes to like dinner stuff, I'm like, do you have like a videographer, photographer? And they're like, oh no, not yet. Do you have anyone to recommend? I'm like, yeah, say less. JJ Productions, he has the number, whatever, and I've worked with him before, so I already know how he works, and I thoroughly, recommend it. And we're gonna work together in October, I think.
Oh, nice.
We have a wedding, or is it September? I don't know, but we have a gig coming up, and he's gonna be the photographer and videographer for the event, and I'm the DJ. So guess what? I got a free promo video coming up.
He's gonna he's gonna do it.
Yeah, he told me he was like, "Yo, I'll take some time and record your spinning the decks and you know."
Nice.
So I'm like, "Bro, thank you, man. I appreciate it." And he's like, "No, thank you, man. I know that you have
Hey, that's
referred."
how you do it. We were wondering how to get those promo videos. There you go. You got to refer one of them. Be a
Yeah, so
referral.
stay
Be a
tuned. Stay
referral
tuned.
gift. So that's another tip. Chinchon says, I never worked with coordinators before as a DJ for myself. I had be careful with them. If I did work with them or the venues, I had be careful working with them too. Yeah, man. Definitely. If you haven't had it yet, but whenever you do, when you have them, still double check everything that they're doing, be nice. It's always you're always nice and professional with them. I know some DJs are like say they talk about how like I just told her this, I told them but like just keep it professional. But you can always double check, right? It's like trust but verify everything. So you double check. If you're like, okay, are we ready? Okay, you can ask them. Oh, is the bride and groom here? Oh no, I don't know where they are. Then you go and find them. You go and find them and stuff. But just keep it professional and just remember to double check everything.
So like dealing with a wedding coordinator is kind of like dealing with a child, and the reason why I say it is because you want them to choose from what you need. So for example, like uh for school, right? For school, like let's say for my daughter back in the days when she was younger, I would be like, okay, you get to choose between this and this, so you have the choice, but
Yeah.
you're choosing out of what I want you to choose. So
Yeah.
it's a win-win. She chooses, but out of what I want to do, I don't mind either or. So that's the same thing with wedding planners. If cake is at 8 o'clock, but I see that it's working, I give her options. Hey, 8:30 is coming up. Can we move it at 9 because of this? And they're like, most of the time they're like, oh yeah, sure. Again, like I said, there's gonna be some of them that are like, no, let's do it at 8:30, and they don't care. But again, the flow of the event is very important. So sometimes they don't understand that. They don't see they don't see the flow, or like they don't take in consideration that the flow of the event is very important.
Yeah.
So cutting right when the party's like popping, right? You it's not the right way to do it. Wait until it starts dying down to make a cut, and
Yeah.
then go back to it. Because it's not easy to, well, not all the time, but sometimes it's not easy to get the people back in the dance floor once you did a hard break. You feel me? So it takes a little bit. So
They definitely don't understand. They're just trying to, oh, we have to like do this
I
random
go over
thing.
whatever they put
Yeah,
in.
whatever's on the page, or they're not thinking about like, oh, this is not a good time for it. But Shinchon says, which is a good thing. But I had a gig this Saturday. I had work with a band. Uh-oh. Hopefully, it was a positive experience. It can go, it can go a lot of different ways when you're working with a band, and hopefully they weren't using your speakers. Although Chinchillin, remember Chinchillin's got that 21-inch sub, so maybe they were using his speakers.
Uh, Heads up, I'll be working with a band in 2 weeks. So
we'll hear about that, how that went.
A little gig log about
And a
that.
lot of talk about working with bands here.
Yeah. So, and I mean, I've worked with them before, but we've worked at the same spot, but never like together. You feel me? So it was me with my equipment, and then them after me with their equipment. But
Yeah.
now it's their equipment, and I'm just coming in to plug into their stuff. And I got the gig because they referred me to the client. So
Hopefully they just have a mixer there. You can just plug into that.
yeah, that's what I said. As long as you give me like XLR, or quarter inch output, left and right, we'll be fine. It'll work.
Yeah.
So
Nice. Yeah, I just had a situation. It was wedding app coming up. The coordinator emailed me. He's like, "Hey, this is this guy is going to be performing the first dance song for the couple. Like, I wanted to connect you guys, in case they need and to see what he needs." And like she wrote on there like musicians. I was like, "Oh shit! Like, is this going to be like a whole? He has like a band or something? I don't know what's going to happen, So I just emailed him, "Hey, professional. Hey, I'm excited. Let me know, what you have in mind for the performance." And I told him I have 2 wireless microphones and a mic stand. So I was kind of setting the stage that I'm not going to do like, obviously if they need more than that, then there might be an extra cost and stuff. So we'll see what. Hopefully it's just a guy with a guitar or something,
yeah.
But the way she made it sound, she wrote like musicians. So I was like, oh my god. I'm thinking like I got worried after all our talk. There's gonna be like this guy's gonna pull up with a whole band or something. I'm gonna have to do the whole AV setup for the band.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you just gotta wait to see what he says. But hopefully, it's just him or him and somebody else. Two microphones should be enough.
Yeah, that's what it usually it is, something like that, But it kind of reminded me of the whole, how we always talk about, like, let's say, hey, somebody bringing in a keyboard and they need to plug it into your mixer. Am I gonna tell them, all right, $300 to plug into my system? I don't know. I'm just not at that point yet. I mean, if it's a whole band, it's one thing, but if it's like, okay, I have this cable, just a quarter-inch cable I have to plug in. I have a hard time telling somebody $300 to plug in.
So right now, my way of seeing it is it's already on my contract. After the talk that we had with Buddy and all of them, I included in my contract. So if the client forgets to tell me this, once they read the contract, if they read it, because most of them don't read it, they just
exactly they're not going to see that.
But if they read it, they will bring it up because they were like, "Oh, damn, like I'm gonna have to pay extra for that." So. And I don't mind as long as like you bring it out to me. If it's someone that's just gonna sing, I'm not gonna charge extra because the microphone's already there. All I have to do is EQ your voice, and that's it.
It's a mic.
But if you're trying to pull like freaking like you want to connect a violin and then a guitar and then like a drum set or whatever into my joint, like, okay, that's something else, because that requires a lot more work than just a microphone. So if it's just microphones, I don't mind. I don't care. As long as you are upfront with me, you tell me. I don't want to show up the day of the event and you tell me, oh yeah, they singing this, they're doing this live. Like, what the hell, bro? Why didn't you tell me this before?
Let us know how it goes if somebody actually catches it or brings it up to you. Chinchon says, I'm only there for dinner music and DJ a little bit because they say they have their own equipment and lighting. So pretty much I bring my own mixer and my Hercules Impulse 500. That's it. Okay, so actually it sounds kind of like Diego's gig.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the band. So you just got to make sure that they have like a mixer and maybe they set aside, 2 XLRs for you or whatever you need to plug in your controller, and then you're good to go. I mean, it sounds pretty much exactly like the one you said.
Yeah.
Well, that reminds me, dude. So speaking of contracts, remember? So shout out Mikey Mike. You guys know Mikey Mike and Dwayne. They do their show at the same time as us on Hitman D-Dub's channel. So we were, after our last episode, and we were talking about deposits and stuff. In the comments, remember we had that whole comment thing about, if you guys don't know, deposit versus retainer versus booking fee. So, but Mikey Mike's point was, and I'm curious what you guys, I started looking it up after because I was curious. I always called it a deposit.
Yeah.
But it's true. It's true because, so the thing is, like, deposit is usually used when you're talking about real, like, leases for your apartment or, renting a townhouse. And the deposit people expect to get back at the end. It's like, okay, I paid $1,000 deposit and then I get it back. Versus a retainer, people expect, okay, this is just money that you pay that's non-refundable, that just stays, that just goes to you and you keep it. But the problem that I always had with retainer is that only lawyers use retainer, right? It's like you think of retainer, you think of like a lawyer, like I'm hiring a lawyer. That's why I never liked using the word retainer. But that's why I like booking fee. So I did more research on it. And then Diego uses booking fee. I did more research about it. And booking fee can kind of be...
It makes more sense.
Yeah, it fits more, right? Because deposit, people think real estate or lease. They think you're going to get back. Retainer, people start thinking, this sounds like a legal, like I'm hiring an attorney. Like, I don't want people to think of it like hiring an attorney when they're hiring a DJ. Yeah. So I switched my contract now to say booking, I say non-refundable. I say non-refundable booking fee. So that it's not there's no people are confused about it, and it makes more sense. Exactly. So I thought I'd put that out there for you. Anybody else because I've been using deposit for years. I was like, deposit, paid deposit. No one ever brought anything up about it. But when I did more research into it, it's like, it makes sense that deposit, you might run into a situation people might want the money back.
Yeah. So also when I was doing my research on this, so a retainer basically means that you don't get it back at all. At all, you don't get it back. Booking fee, or like what's the word that I actually use?
Reservation fee?
No. Like a
thumbs up. Thanks, buddy, for the shout out. Yeah, give us a thumbs up if you haven't liked the stream yet.
Lockdown fee. That's what I call it too.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. Same thing as like a booking fee.
Yeah.
So a booking fee depending on the situation. I might return the money. I mean, I might give the money back. So, like, for example, in your case, remember you said that the person, one of the grooms, whatever, died or something.
Yeah.
In that case, something so harsh, I'll go ahead and give them, the deposit back.
Yeah.
And like I said, but a retainer, it's basically, I don't care what happens to you, you're not getting it back.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's what I did a lot of extra. This is probably more information than you need, but basically what they said is whatever you decide to call it, just define it in the contract. So it's like, this is a non-refundable booking fee, or like, okay, you get the booking fee back if the DJ cancels. So you have it in there. So as long as, even whatever you call it, it just have the definition in there. But exactly, that's the thing with deposit. People generally assume they're getting it back. Retainer, they may assume they're never getting it back.
Mm-hmm.
Booking fee, you can do whatever you want with it. You can say it's non-refundable. You can say it's refundable if I'm sick, if whatever. So that's why it gives you some more flexibility. And however you choose to sort of define it in your contract.
Yeah, and to piggyback from what Buddy said last time, he did say that he will give the money back because they still have time to book again
within 90 days.
Within 90 days. So as long as you stipulate the amount of time that you need, like 60 days or whatever, before, if they cancel within those 60 days, then you can give it back. and it's fine because again, you still have time to get another event.
Yeah, so it's like up to you, however you put in your contract. But that's why my thing was like, okay, I switched mine officially now to booking fee because I was like, okay, deposit, people might want it back. Retainer just sounds too lawyery to me. I'm like, I don't want to say, all right, you would pay me a retainer, like as if I'm like their lawyer, you know?
Yeah. So for me, on my contract, it says
Lockdown.
Your lockdown fee is 500, and this is a non-refundable. However, it gets deducted from your total payment.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So
I
explain. Said the same thing, non-refundable. Yeah. So yeah, I then reminded me I had a situation where the client he paid me a deposit, and then on the day of he paid me the full amount. So like it was a house party. So I charged him for that one. I think I charged him $800, and I had a $200 deposit. So he paid me a deposit $200. Then on the day of, he paid me $800. So I was like, oh, he gave me a tip. But then he texted me the next day, being like, hey, I paid you in full. Can you please send me back the deposit? So at that time I was like, what the hell? I was like, okay, whatever. I was like, okay, I sent it. So I sent him back. But I realized because he probably assumed because it's called a deposit that he should get it back. But he still paid me the full amount. But I was like, oh, he gave me a tip. What a nice guy. But he texted me, hey, can I have $200 back? Because it was the deposit.
Yeah.
So that's when I had an issue with it. So that never struck to me until I started reading that conversation we're having. But let's see what Smiley says. We were booked for a 32-year-old surprise birthday party next Friday. The girl found out about the party. Huh? Oh my God. What? The girl found out about the party and everything got canceled. They asked for money back. We said, nah, oh, dude, that's some BS.
For next Friday. Oh no, that's too close.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Wow.
She said because the girl found out about it, they canceled the party. What the heck? That's pretty dumb. I've never heard of that before.
Maybe the person that was being surprised by the person that was doing the party find out the person that having the birthday person was cheating, so they were surprised.
That was a surprise.
So they canceled it.
No, Smiley said she got mad that they planned a party. Oh, that's crazy. Like, okay. That, bro, if it cancels for that reason,
that's stupid.
Yeah, that's I don't know. You sound more flexible, but to me, that's sorry. I can't give up the deposit, especially next Friday. That's wild.
Like I said, at least for me, it has to be like
someone died.
Yeah, like somebody died, and then you cancel it. Okay, makes sense, understandable. Go ahead, I'll give you money back. But just because of that, or like, we broke up, we're not doing it no more. Well, sorry, like it's a non-refundable.
That's what the deposit's for. Because at the end of the day, it's like, hey, you could have booked something else, especially this next Friday. I know Buddy has a 90-day. We were talking about that, but this is next Friday. Yeah, you're probably, the chances that you book something else are probably pretty low at that point.
Yeah.
Chin Chin says, I only take cash because my bank will think, hey, someone is trying to access or suspicious activity, so I only take cash, not deposit in, so I can deposit in my account. Hey, I mean, so the thing is cash is king. I mean, always going to be nice for many reasons. But the thing is now I've, people probably could give me cash, but it's so convenient to do Zelle. I think Zelle is just like the more quick, cash way people do things. And especially then, when you're doing weddings and stuff, when it's a lot of money, to expect someone to pay you, let's say you're charging thousands of dollars for a wedding, to expect it in cash, that's when it can get tricky. So that's when I accept credit card, especially for weddings now, is I accept credit card because a lot of people, then their Zelle limit is like $1,000. They're like, oh, I can't, it's over my Zelle limit. I can't even send it. And they're sending me, I have to keep track. Hey, don't forget to send me the other $1,000. Don't forget to send me the other $1,000. It's like, I started doing the credit card thing. It kind of sucks with the fees. But yeah, so cash is good, but that's the thing. When you get to higher amounts of money, it's hard for people to pay like thousands in cash if you're ever charging that much.
Now, is that included in your contract? If you pay credit card, there's gonna be a service fee?
I don't do it.
Okay. So
I personally don't do it.
You take the percent, the hit, the percent.
Yeah, I just take. I kind of. I don't know. Like you could say it's built into my price, whatever. But it sucks because it's like somebody books me for a wedding. It's like $50-$60 will go to the friggin' credit card company just for doing the transaction. It's like, damn, that's like money be in my pocket, you know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's $60, man.
Well, it adds up. So, but I just do it because of convenience. I think just for professionalism. And it's like as a customer myself, I just hate it when companies charge me a service fee to use my credit card. You know, like I go to these businesses, so I'm like, look, like I don't want to be like hypocritical, but I'm not going to fault anybody for you adding service charge. I know it's really common for DJs to have those service charges for credit card, but I'm just like, hey, I'm just building it into my pricing. Hoping my price is high enough that it can cover that cost. So
okay, yeah. I feel like I'm not in the thing yet. Like credit cards for me, I don't really like that thing. So
yeah,
I don't use
if people, so the reason I switched was I've had problems where people will be like, oh, my Zelle limit is, like I said, 1,000, 1,500. Oh, so I'm sending some of it now, and I'll have to send some of it later, and then they forget to send the rest, and I have to email them again. Hey, dude, don't forget to send me $200 or something. It's like I was just tired of doing that.
That's why at least for me on my contract it says like you have up to 2 weeks before the event to pay me in full. Yeah. To pay me in full. So I don't care if you do 100 every day or 100 every 2 weeks or whatever. But as long as I'm paid in full before the day of the event, well, 2 weeks, but before the day of the event, as long as I have the money, I'm fine. I don't care how you, I don't care how you pay me. So
yeah. It's just that's what I was running that inconvenience, and people, I understand if someone's like, they forget it. They're leading up to the wedding, they got so many things they worry about. It's like, okay, I just get the payment all in one, and then it's also nice on the credit card link. It looks like it's like an invoice. It has all the things like, okay, you got this package, this date. And then they just click on it, and then they can just do it, whatever, Apple Pay or whatever. So it's like, I was like, okay, if I was a customer, that would be convenient, so that's why I do it. But it sucks. Like they take the percentage, and then taxes wise too. I mean, hey, just being honest, like, when you're using Square, you're using that, it's all going to be reported for taxes as well. So you have to count that into the
education. Yeah.
Like it's all going to be reported to the IRS as well. So you all have to be really making sure you're doing your accounting right.
Yeah, or else you gotta get a hit. You gotta get a hit. So this is behind the scenes, and now the last one that I have is like unexpected roles. So for example, like therapists, we gotta calm. Sometimes the people are gonna speak, and we have to calm their nerves, like brides, grooms, whatever, event hosts, anyone that's speaking. They're very nervous sometimes. Like remember the time that I said I had to, like, the guy came out to me and told me about putting a song under his voice, so like he's very nervous or whatever, and he was very nervous. So I was like, hey, relax, you got this. Just don't look at anyone straight in the eyes. Just look above people's heads and just talk. Just act like you're by yourself or whatever. Like me talking to him, like I get on the mic, like what I'm saying. Like it was funny.
And DJ Adrian's in the house. DJ Adrian Esparza, what's up, man? He says, you're right, cash is king. Yep. Hey, that's the thing. If you can that's what I was saying, Chen. If you can get everyone to pay you in cash and you can get all the money you need, then don't overcomplicate things. But it's when they're like, oh, I don't have cash. Or nowadays people are just having cash less,
Yeah, it's more Zelle or Apple Pay,
Yeah, Zelle, yeah, something, Cash App, something like that.
Yeah, so
I mean, 100% about that, dude. That's what I was saying. I said before, you're kind of like a chaperone, or you're kind of like a therapist, Yeah, especially for, dude, I think I definitely agree for brides. A lot of time they're just meeting with you. You're kind of like how to calm them down, the emails and this and that. It's like, you're kind of you become really a therapist. I've never had to be a therapist for a groom so far. I'm glad. I don't know how. I have a groomzilla. Have you had a groomzilla?
I had so for one of the weddings, the guy was so nervous. He was sweating bullets, bro, sweating. And I was like, hey, are you all right? Because I went in to make sure that he was fine to come out. But he was sweating red. And I was like, hey, you need some water? Are you okay? And he's like, man, I don't know, man. I just feel like out of nowhere, I just felt like just very nervous. And I was like, just relax. It's just, it's just another thing. You're gonna walk You're gonna get there. You're just gonna wait for your future wife. You're gonna say what you have to say, and it's
Oh,
over.
the ceremony, huh?
Yeah, before ceremony. And I was like, so don't worry about it. Just think about it's just you and her, and this person, marry you. Don't worry about anybody else. Don't worry about messing up when you're speaking, because you're gonna be very nervous, especially when they're like, okay, like they start telling you what to say, and like you're so nervous that you like forget what the priest or whatever says, the
Yeah.
officiant says. And I was like, so just relax, take a deep breath, pace yourself when you talk, and then you'll be fine. Don't worry. You're like, like, and again, like I give this advice, like I get on the mic just fine. I don't like I have I was like that type of person, but I know I know the feeling. I know what they go through.
Yeah.
So I said that. So yeah,
That's good, man. Yeah, you did some. That's some real live therapy session
yeah.
you gave him.
I mean, I don't have to sit down and lay down on a couch or something, but we did talk.
You sent a fake groom instead, someone else. Pee Wee.
Also, like you said, mediator. Because
Yeah.
you did mention this,
Mhm.
resolving like music disputes, like between guests and family members. Because I've gotten times where I have this person coming up to me and saying, "Oh, I want this song or whatever," and then
Mhm.
somebody else comes and be like, "No, that song sucks. The genre sucks or whatever." And I'm like, okay, like it's okay, like because they're already drunk, and you never know what's gonna happen when drunk people
Yeah.
are talking to each other, and they're actually not agreeing on a song, on a genre, whatever. So I'm like, okay, tell me your song, and then tell me what you came for originally. You came to ask for a song or something. So they will tell me, and then I'll be like, okay, don't worry, I got your songs. I'll figure it out. Keep keep on enjoying, keep on enjoying.
All while DJing.
Yes, all while DJing.
Yeah.
Or Pee Wee has had it done the same thing too, especially for in house parties too, bro. In house parties it's even more difficult because at
Mm.
least on weddings and quinces, I feel like the majority of the people are more mindful of like let the DJ do his thing. Every now and then they'll come up and ask for a song or whatever. But on house parties, it's like constantly you literally like changing genres real quick, or like the environment is different. Like it's just crazy. So
People feel like they have more control over you because you're like in their house,
yeah,
So it's like
yeah,
you're like, all right,
and in a house you get drunk faster than you will get in the
yeah.
actual event. So
Like alcohol is usually free, or you can have easier access to it.
yeah, so it takes a toll on us because you have to mediate between this discussion, this dispute of these two people that you at the end of the day your goal is to have them calm down and leave happy from your booth.
Yeah, yeah.
As much as
That's,
as much
that's
as you can.
definitely that happens all the time. Like that's something
Yeah.
we have to.
Security assistant, like this is another one because spotting or diffusing potential problems as you're DJing or MCing or whatever. You are seeing and analyzing every single thing that's going on your dance floor and whatever, and in your surroundings. So you have to make sure that anything that looks weird or iffy, like just address. Not you don't address it directly, but let somebody know, hey, this. I see these two guys like talking to each other, but in a like a rough way. It might
Mhm.
turn into something bad. And I'm not saying like you get involved in the discussion or whatever, but you gotta keep in mind that if that goes south and they start like an actual fight, that fight can come really close to your stuff, to your equipment, and it could actually mess up the flow of the whole event. It can mess up some of your equipment and stuff. And the goal is for everyone to have fun and enjoy the event, not to leave on a bad note. So,
Does anyone in the chat? Do you guys have any funny fight stories or something that like happened at an event that it had something happened or you had to shut down early because of a fight? Have we talked about this? Did you have anything like a crazy fight story or anything, Diego?
at DJ events where they have fights, but it's never been like right in front. Like they went outside and they were fighting
Yeah.
while I was DJing. And then the wife came up to me and she was like, "Hey, stop the music for now. Stop the music. They're fighting outside."
Yeah.
And then when I stop the music, all you hear is like I was
Yeah,
like,
yo, turn the music back on. Turn the music back on.
I was like, are you sure you want me to put the music down? Yeah, so
No, that's what I'm like. Why don't you turn off the music? Like, you should keep the music going, otherwise now everybody knows something's going on. You know. Adrian says, "Thank God I have not had any fights. Chinchillas and cops called before.
all the
Cops,
time.
yeah,
I get
cops.
called all
I
the time.
never, and then I haven't had fights, but I have Mortal Kombat themes. That's funny. Yeah, have the Mortal Kombat song ready.
Oh,
Dun,
or
dun,
like
dun.
WWE. Ding, 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 ding.
Or yeah, like the boxing. That's
Uh-huh.
funny. I had two similar like that. They were something happened though. There was just this girl. It was a house party, and somebody's wife, like she was really drunk, but she was, you know how some people when they get drunk they get really like flirty and stuff.
Yeah.
So she was being like all flirty on the dance floor, and even towards me, she kept like looking at me and doing this and stuff. So I
Uh-huh.
think she must have done something to like one of the other guests there, or like, and her husband got like mad at the guy that she was like, you know, being all flirty with. So
Yeah.
then they got into a fight, and then I kind of felt bad because she was like, there weren't many people on the dance floor, but the vibes were getting like, I started playing like more like raunchy music, like I back that ass up and like twerking music,
But
which I
you
think
weren't helping.
yeah, so I made it worse. So I think that actually escalated the situation. And so then I think that's what led to it, because then she started dancing all like you know, sexually and stuff too. So I think that probably led help. So I was like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have played. You know, I shouldn't have played music that was getting her more like worked up, or people just more in that like, you know.
And you see, that's another thing that I do when I do like especially house parties. When I see like I play like reggaeton or whatever, and you know that's like
Yeah,
cranky
people start
music.
twerking and
When
stuff.
I see the like especially females are really drunk and they start doing that type of thing, I try to get away from that to avoid those type of issues, because there's a lot of guys that are very jealous, right? They're very jealous, but the thing is that they are jealous, and they try to get it out of the guy that's being that's not doing anything. Like the girl is actually being
Yeah, the
pro-
girls being the girls being
yeah. So to avoid that, I try
Oh,
to get away from that.
that's interesting that you say that. I might actually, I think I need to do that, because this was actually a primarily a Hispanic party where this was happening. So maybe that's the thing, is the culture. Then like I like, you know, I'm like, oh, I thought like, hey, look, they're turning up. I'm like, yeah, let's play some more. Like everyone's dancing. But I think it, like I said, I think it led to that, because then the guy probably saw her dancing like that and then got pissed off at just some random guy who was probably just dancing by himself on the dance floor, you know, but like maybe he was around her. So that's what I think that's a really good point, actually, because I think I need to, it's certain cultures too, right? So it's like maybe in that culture the men get more pissed off at the women because if they're doing that, or there's more jealousy and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Chinchillin said, and we had an incident before where we heard boom, boom, boom. Oh my god, dude! At the club, so we had to stop. Okay, so sounds like there were gunshots. I've never been. That's never been in my.
That's beyond
No,
my.
but dude, that's because Chinchillin DJs at the strip club, though. That's what Chinchillin said that.
Okay, then that's probably why.
Someone brought a gun. Yeah, that's crazy. I have not had that. The other fight story I had was I was DJing a party, and then like it was a wedding. And it wasn't a party, it was a wedding. And like a dance floor open, like nobody's on the dance floor all night long. I have no idea what's going on. Like it's just like two people on the dance floor. Everybody's out. I was like, what's going on? And then turns out they're two like adult like uncles, like 50s, 60-year-olds. They were fighting in the parking lot. So everybody was like outside dealing with that. And then it killed the mood for the whole night. But I was like, whatever. Like, you know, it was one of those things. It was outside, but I just played music for like the two people that were on the dance floor all night. It was like, hey, what else can you do?
You see, like once that happens, once like a fight breaks loose or something, it's almost impossible. Yeah, it kills, because it's almost impossible to get people back in the dance floor. Everybody's like talking about what happened or trying to find out what happened, and like, you know, what one person follows the other person, and like it's just a horrible. It becomes a horrible environment.
It's tough, and that's why, like, as us as DJs, so that's an example. You know, if like spotting and diffusing. So you, with your experience, you spot, you know, women start twerking, they start at house parties, start turning up. You think, oh, this could become a problem.
Yeah.
I without that experience, I was thinking, oh, hey, they're turning up. Let's go. Like, turn up more ratchet shit. I started playing all the ratchet music.
Yeah.
And then it led to maybe I don't know. I don't know exactly what happened, but that maybe, like I said, I had that feeling that led to that made it worse.
Yeah.
So that's an example, not diffusing the potential problem.
And don't get me wrong. Like sometimes when you see like people really enjoying the music, you want to keep going with that genre, or you want to keep going with that type of music. But
exactly,
you sometimes you have to know when it's enough, because not because it's too you play that genre too much, but it's because your crowd.
Yeah, you gotta know the crowd. Yeah.
So
that's true. And you gotta listen, if the men are like looking around like this, like standing there all pissed off looking while they're dancing like that, and versus if they're like their partners are dancing with them, right? If the partners are like dancing with the women.
Like I said, in that case, it's not a problem because they're dancing partner with partner, so it's fine. But once, like usually with reggaeton, there's a lot of girls, they get together in a circle and start dancing. And once I see that, I'm always looking around, like the guys. I'm always looking around, see what's going on, and if I see something weird, that's when okay, I'll keep a look. Then if I keep seeing it, I'm like, okay, something here could go wrong. So I just like get out of that and play something else that I know is gonna work. That's gonna freak everyone. That's gonna work with everyone. Because again, and that brings it to the next one, which is you are your own brand ambassador. You're representing yourself, you're representing your business, and making sure that everything from beginning to end, it's professional. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if it's a house party, if it's a wedding, if it's a quince, funeral, whatever it is. You have to make sure that you're always professional, and that will give you very good reviews. That will give you more potential clients and more word of mouth referrals. So you always want to keep it 100% professional.
Yep, definitely. And Smiley says, random. We went to a quinceañera in Maryland over the weekend. The videographer knows a decorator here in North Carolina called Da Vinci. Said no decorator in Maryland can match Da Vinci's decorations. The guy Da Vinci really turns venues into something else. You're Maryland, right? Yeah, you're Maryland. Where are you?
Yeah. Well, I'm not close.
This guy is saying that this Da Vinci's decorations in North Carolina is no Maryland decorator can beat that. So hey, if there's any decorators in Maryland watching, there's a challenge out here made by some random photographer or videographer. So if you got better decor, show us your decor. We'll feature it. I know there's no decorators watching this podcast right now. It's all a joke.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah, no, shout out Da Vinci's decorations. Sounds like they have built a good reputation for themselves.
I guess so. I mean, for one person to say it, yeah.
Yeah, from someone, a videographer. So
that's some word of mouth right there.
He said we got to DJ at a venue with Da Vinci. He decorated. It looked wild AF. Huh.
Okay.
Yeah, man. That's the thing. When you work at these venues or like with a really high-end decorator, then you take videos of your setup in there. It makes it look, wow, look at this amazing event. Even if you just had your two speakers or whatever, your booth to the side, it's like, wow, look at how impressive. Amazing. But it's not even people will see that and think, wow, look at this DJ setup. But it's like this. It's obviously the decorator did the work. But that's one of the benefits of working with these really good decorators and stuff. Versus you do a regular old venue, it doesn't look as good in your pictures.
You just take the cloud.
Exactly, you take the cloud. But people do it all the time. Like if you see like really high end wedding DJs, they're not posting like their setup. They're just posting videos of like the high-end event, and it's like, wow, look at those decorations, and you can barely see their speakers or their lights on the sides, but it's like the people think, wow, it's so high-end because it's because of that person you worked with. Oh wow, okay, so this is a really high-end for sure. He out here charging like $20K.
Yeah, the clients are paying $20K for his decoration and $1,000 for you to DJ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, how much are they paying? Then you start increasing the price. You say, Da Vinci is your decorator? All right, my DJ service is $10,000.
I'll be like, who's decorating before I tell you my price? Da Vinci? Oh, okay.
All right.
10,000.
Yeah, you could pay 10,000 then, because if
Yeah,
you want, then you'd be like, if you want your venue to look like this, then you got to have the right speakers too, and the right lighting, because a lot of it is the lighting. That's why I bought those moving heads, thinking like, oh, I'll be able to light it shit up, but we'll see. I still have to use them.
but you messed up. Okay.
We'll see. Yeah, I have a couple weddings coming up in September. I'm gonna try using them at.
Yo, have you checked out the new the lights or the wash effects? Looking both lighting wash effects, battery power.
Dude, those things.
They
I
say
want to buy them.
like not loud, but pretty bright.
Yeah, they're bright, and then dude, battery powered and wireless DMX built in. All you do is just set it on top of your totem or your flex stand or something. So yeah,
Better. That's better than my camera.
yeah, exactly. You have to, that's what you set it and forget it, and it comes in white. It comes in white.
Yeah, yeah, and it comes with the bag too. So
yeah, it comes in the bag. So and hey, apparently, so Boat Lighting USA is selling it, obviously, but apparently the direct China Boat Lighting is gonna sell it as well.
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what the rumor is. So yeah, I would say just wait for like a month or so. I feel like they're gonna start selling it pretty soon as well.
Yeah, what did Chin say? He said right now everything is expensive. My two beams, $295 cost is $700 plus shipping.
Yeah, with shipping. Yeah.
Oh, with shipping.
Maybe. But yeah, it's expensive. I want to get those. Yeah, Smiley. Dude, imagine that, because you don't have to run a freaking power cable up there.
Yeah, it'll be so convenient, bro. So convenient.
Yeah, that's why I want to buy them. So Xiaomi Wash Effects, yeah. That's why Xiaomi Wash Effects, dude, I freaking painted mine, spent all that time painting it white. They could have made a white version. I don't know if Xiaomi Wash Effects never made it white. That's why, but I mean, it's good. These people are smart. They made a white version. They made it battery powered, and then it's still light. It's not like a heavy light either. It's like 9 pounds each. So I think I would get it. The problem is I bought those moving heads so I could power them with my powered wash effects. So all that shit went out the window.
I mean, but you can sell them. So
yeah, no, I don't want to sell them, but I'm like, I want to try using them before I'm like, but yeah, I'm gonna try using them, but I'm like, okay, well now if I get the battery powered one, then I would have to power my moving head, which kind of defeats the purpose of the thought that I had.
Yeah,
so,
every time you do something else just
exactly,
like that
bro.
comes out.
It's the nature. So it's like you buy something and then something new comes out. But no, I'm really glad that they came out though, because those lights, it'll be a game changer. And like just two of them, the wash effects are so powerful, man. Like you just stick one of them up on a stand, or you put one under your speaker.
Mine, like the ones I use, bro, they're powerful. I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, the wash effects, right? Yeah,
it's good. Also, the other thing that came up was the new X Vive, the one that is like 5.8. Have you checked that, Jonah? Have you heard of it?
I saw, yeah, but I mean, I have the Phoenix one, so that's why I know.
Yeah, but the Phoenix one is in 2.4.
No, it's 5 too.
5.2?
Yeah.
Have you had any problems? No. Oh, you haven't tested it on a real setting.
No, I've used it. But I use it like through walls and stuff. So that's the only thing.
Okay.
But the other thing is so this new X5 one, it has auto scan and it's on the 5 gigahertz channel. But so is the Phoenix one is also. But I think someone needs to do like a side by side, range test of the two of them. I wonder what that would.
I think like the real test is not like if you go to a freaking tennis court or a basketball court, whatever, it's wide open. Well, we have the real test is through walls. Like do it, like put it on your basement and go all the way to the third, like your second floor and test it like that, because you're going through floors and stuff. That's the real test, because that's essentially what you want to do. Is like, for example, if you want to do like ceremony or cocktail hour, you just want to connect it from your main source, which is in the reception, and you want to take it 100 feet away where the freaking cocktail hour is, and you want to be able to play the music there. So that's the real test.
Yeah, it looks like Smiley had. I'll skip back to the other comments. But he says, yeah, the Phoenix for him. The Phoenix one has been working flawlessly. People love that we transmit the same music wireless. Yeah, so there you go. So Yeah, so I think the Phoenix one, I think it's probably cheaper, and it's still 5.4 gigahertz, and you can auto scan with it.
So
So
Smiley, you have the what's it called? Is it U something, right?
the
Is it U?
PTU,
No,
PX2U, I forgot what is it called. I have it too. I
that's
forgot what
the
it's called.
transmitter.
PTUX.
PTUX. Okay.
And he said, so we've been connecting it from the top to the EV. Yeah, there you go. So Smiley's probably used it at more events than I have.
From a top.
So there, he's had a good experience with it.
Okay.
And Smiley says, I wonder for power inverter. Yeah, it would for all day. Yeah, I mean, it has to be pretty big. It's pretty bright. I don't know all day, but I think it would last at least like 6 hours. But I have one Jackery, so I have to buy more power banks to be able to do that. Honestly, at that point, I think I'd rather just buy this spider wash, and that's correct. That's what it's called, Chinchillin. The spider wash, it's not that expensive. I mean, the both lighting, they're selling it, I think 2 for like $625 or something. But like I said, it's supposed to be coming through both lighting direct.
Why do they call it a spider wash? It's not spider wash.
I have no idea. Yeah,
it makes me, when you say spider, I think of the ones that like go like this.
Yeah, those ones. Yeah. I don't know why.
Later.
I have no idea. And then yeah, he's using it EV8. Yeah, man. So I don't know. Yeah, I want to buy those because it's so convenient. I think it's worth paying that for the convenience of just no wires and stuff. So yeah. I might buy. Then I want to use my moving wash heads until I at least once.
That definitely will be very interesting. I don't know. Maybe I put the trigger on those two. It's just being able to not worry about cables. It's so so cool.
It's an extra step. You have to buy a dongle, and then you have to plug in that wireless dongle on the back too. This is just built in, so it's like an uplight,
Yeah.
Just boom, you connect it. It'll be connected to your sound switch or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, and talking about that, I finally connected my IR4s to sound switch. Yeah. I was like, let me do it, and I did it.
Easy, bro. So I was like, this is super easy.
Yeah, it works fine. So all I have to do is now for weddings, I just change the channel to whatever channel I need it to go to, and when I do like house parties and things like that, since I don't take the dongle for that, I just
then you can just use the remote.
Yeah,
I mean the battery powered cables. I don't know, battery powered cable, like $60 inverter. I'm gonna try to have 2 inverters. Wait, yeah, you can try it. Let us know.
There's battery powered cables.
I don't know what battery powered cables. But when I've used my wash effects on my Jackery, and it uses, like, depending on the light, it uses between like 30 to 50 watts at a time. Because like when it's a brighter light, it's using up more wattage. So
yeah, do you have it? Are your wash effects are always like 100% or?
Yeah, like that's at 100%. Yeah,
100%. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like 30 to 50 when it's changing colors and stuff. So I don't know, it depends on the size of your battery pack.
But obviously, in a event, you're not gonna have the wash effects changing colors like crazy during the whole event. You only have it like that for the party portion, which is like what, 2 or 3 hours max. Yeah. The rest of the time you have it on a solid color or off. So it's always gonna be good to go. It's always like majority of or like the cap for that should be like 6 hours. Right? Yeah. 6 hours on like every color, 8 hours on a single color. So putting it all together, it should be good enough. Probably you can do 2 events without charging it.
Yeah. It would last for a while. Smiley says, like, the inverters used to power up cars. Yeah, let us know if you try it out. Let me know because
make a video.
The spider wash, it's convincing, man. It just seems so convenient, and it's not that it's obviously it's anytime you spend money you want to watch out but it's not. The good thing is it's priced pretty well, and then once it comes direct from China, it'll be even cheaper. So
yeah, I want to know the difference. I want to see the difference.
Yeah, I see what the difference is. But anyways, oh man, we're way over time this time, but it was a good conversation. We love talking about gear, so anytime you bring up new lighting or something,
definitely
go over time.
And just keep in mind that next week we are going to be in the Q It Up show again. This is our 3rd episode with them, and they're gonna have a very special guest that I'm very eager to meet. So make sure you tune out there. or like hop over there, show some love to them too. And right now they're probably still live. They're still work. They usually do like 2 hours. So go check them out, and definitely we'll see you in 2 weeks. All
Yes,
right.
sir. Yeah, it was good. It was a good,
I know,
good
buddy.
episode.
I know, buddy. We're over.
Night, y'all. Yeah, we're doing overtime. We got excited.
Yeah, we got excited.
But yeah, we'll see you guys next week on the Hitman D Dubs channel. And thanks for tuning in this week, guys. Good talking to you guys.
Peace.
Peace.